Hey guys, today we'll be reading chapter 15 of Treasure Hunters. Cameraing might be different because I'll be handling camera while reading to you guys. So let's get started. We sailed out of port on the early evening high tide. While Tommy manned the wheel, I huddled with Storm and Beck in the deckhouse. We were transcribing the information from the miniature treasure map we found in the bee belly onto an actual sea chart. No wonder Dad wanted this bronze bee babble, said Beck, doing her best Louis impersonation. It involved a lot of slobbery vowels. This is our Cayman Island treasure map. Do you guys know what this means? Yeah, if we find the treasure, we might be able to afford more than 4 tanks of gas and a couple of sacks of groceries. Our troubles are over. I raised both fists triumphantly. Kid Treasure Hunt Inc. is back in business. You might be right, using her parallel rule and compass, the kind you probably use in geometry, to chart our course, to spot where the tiny map indicated that our treasure awaited. There's a legend at the top of the miniature map. What does it say? Corbado's Lost Fleet. Beck and I just leaned back in our chairs as Storm could school us from her 5 billion gigabyte memory of nautical history. In 1605, Corbado's 9 vessels fleet sailed from Colombia bound for Havana. After just 5 days, they met up with a hurricane. Four galleons became separated from the rest of the fleet. Each of those 4 ships weighed more than 500 tons, carried bronze cannons, and was loaded with gold and silver bars found from the New World. None of them had ever been found. None of them have ever been found. Adios, mi amigos. That means bye, my friends, to all the people who don't speak Spanish. Until now, said Beck. As soon as Storm finished plotting our course, I rolled up the chart and raced it up to Tommy in the wheelhouse. It takes us straight to one of the galleons from the lost Corabada fleet. Here is the map. Sweet, Tommy said, because he always stays cooler than a cucumber sipping a Slurpee. Definitely. Tommy nudged the wheels so hard to the right, we should be at the dive sites by noon tomorrow. Awesome. Everything was looking up until I made our mistake of looking behind our boat to check our wake. Another speedboat was chasing after us. This one had all sorts of antennas and radar dishes top of its pilot house. It also had a swirling red light. Tommy said, we better pull over. It's the police. That is the sea police. On land we have cars, and on sea they have ships. Guys, we're halfway done. What's going on, you guys? Said Beck, sticking her head out the deckhouse. Why are we slowing down? Police, I said. Don't worry, Tommy and I can handle this. Right, said Beck. Like that's gonna happen. She slumped back down her step. Storm? Heard her say, I need your help on the computer. Cut your engines and drop the anchor, said a very official voice with a British accent over a police boat. Public address speakers. Tommy pulled back on the throttles and killed the engines. I raced up to the boat and lowered the anchor when I returned to the stern of the ship. Tommy was chatting with the barrel-chested officer of the RCIPS, the Royal Caymans Police Service. The police officer was wearing sorry if the focus isn't good. The police officer was wearing a much cleaner version of a black hat with the red band on them that Maurice had worn last time our boat Swiss chased across the Caribbean. His crisp white shirt had shoulder boards and button-down pockets. One was stuffed with what looked like parking tickets. Here are the parking tickets, and here's the police. And here's them saying, uh-oh. I'm adjusting the camera a bit. Right, the officer said. I'm Police Constable Jackson Wilmot. Who are you? Tommy. Do we have a last name? Definitely. The cop lowered his sunglasses and arched his eyebrows to let Tommy know he was asking. He would like to hear what his last name was. Kid. I'm Tommy Kidd. We're just, out here chilling. Is that so? Said Constable Wilmot. We were going to go on deep-sea fishing, I said. A great big innocent smile. Constable flipped a black-leathered ledger. You would be Bigford Kid. Is that correct? Yes, sir. How do you know my name? An interested third party provided it to our family support unit. Our Rebecca and Stephanie Kidd are also on this vessel. Yeah, Storm's real name is Stephanie. Maybe, said Tommy. Constable Wilmot lowered his shades again and arched another eyebrow. Do you perchance leave port without your two sisters? Constable Wilmot, I said. Why, all of a sudden is our family fishing expedition something for the RCIPS to worry about? We have reasons to believe that you, your brother, and your two sisters are in the Caymans without adult supervision. Yo, I'm 18 in like 6 more months. And I hope to be invited to the party. I think that was the constable making a joke. You sometimes can't tell whether the joke has a British accent. However, for the next 6 months, you are a minor in the eyes of the law. Therefore, as both your parents are deceased... What? Said Beck, climbing up the steps to the cabin to join us on the aft deck. Who said Mom and Dad are dead? Constable Wilmot rocked back on his heels, his shiny black shoes. Certainly interested parties. You mean certain interested liars. This just in. Late breaking news. That's her holding a paper saying something. Handing the constable a sheet of paper. And what, pray tell, this is? Is this? Sorry, he has a British accent, so it's kind of hard to say some words. An email from our not dead dad. He's meeting us back in Georgetown as soon as we're finished out here with our scuba lessons. Bye, guys. That's how much we're going to read for today. This is going to be chapter 17 to chapter 18. We'll read tomorrow. Bye.